Hi ladies, right, I've done this video, this is the third time now. If it don't work this time, that's it. You'll just have to Google bunting somewhere else. Right, I've been asked to put my, how I make my bunting up by some of the ladies that watch me regular. Hiya ladies, you're all fab. Thanks for watching. So this is for them really. If anybody else is watching, then it's an added bonus, isn't it? Right, I'm gonna have to get cracking straight on, and I might like whiz through really quickly because, like I said, I've done this video 3 times and it keeps telling me I'm over my minutes. That's because I waffle. Right, I'll start off with the template. And it is 6.5 by 7.5. This has just come off some paper bunting that I bought once and luckily kept hold of. So draw yourself that triangle, right? Do your 6.5 line, find the middle of it, do 7.5 down, do a point, join the points up. There you go, bingo, cut it out. Cereal packet, whatever, don't have to be expensive cardboard, you're just going to use it to draw around. Whoops. Then you get your material, whatever choice material you want, anything, but scrimp it. Don't let me catch you going and buying expensive material from material shops. Get to charity shop, get scrimping, old bedding, old curtains, pillowcases. Have a look in your linen cupboard or wherever, scrimp it, right? Because material is far too expensive to buy from material shops. Right, put this on your material, draw around it. Now I do double side all my bunting, so you cut 2 out at a time to make 1 flag. Right, so you need 2 pieces to make 1 flag. So, you know, you could like, if you've got a big print, you can strategically cut round, or you can just go straight across if you've got a plainer fabric. Whatever you want to do, do it. So just cut it out with your material scissors, okay, so that you've got 2 pieces. You get your 2 pieces. I'm just going to show you the 2 pieces that have already been sewn, because like I said, I've done this video 3 times now. I had it all nicely laid out and it's all gone to pot. So you got your triangles, you put your 2 good sides together with your bad sides out. Okay, these have already been sewn, pretend they've not been sewn. Right, then you put it in your sewing machine. You have the far right of your footer plate up against the edge of the material. Put your lever down, that will give you about 1/4 inch. Keep that edge of that footer plate lined up and just whiz straight down. Back stitch, straight off, cut it, right? Don't be trying to turn around in corners, just do a straight line. Okay, back stitch it, cut it off, turn it round, start again. Sorry, straight down. Back stitch it, make sure you do back stitch about 1 inch, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Cut it off, leave the top open because you're then going to turn it inside out. Let me see if I can find one that I haven't turned yet. I bet I am because I've done this. Oh yeah, I have. Right, so there, you've got your 2 good sides together, you've sewed them, okay? So you just sew straight down there, turn it round, straight down there, making sure that each time you've back stitched on this point, the reason being that to make your point nicer when you turn it inside out, you square it off, just like you would when you're backing a book. Right, then you turn it, okay? Then you just push out your point. Because you've squared it off, it should be nice and pointy. So push it with your turning tool. Find a turning tool. Don't let me catch you buying a turning tool. I've seen them in shops and they're about, what are they, like £3 for a turning tool. Hello? Why would you buy it? I don't get it. Use end of a paintbrush, end of a pen, endies, whatever, to just prod like that. Okay? And if you're ever turning anything really small, inside out, end of a paintbrush or a bamboo stick. Right, now at this stage you can go and iron the seams if you want. If you're not a confident sewer and you think it's going to be a bit wonky, go and iron your edges. I don't bother, I just kind of go like that and then pull, and it'll bring the seams to the edge. Right, now if that top bit's uneven, just get your... I'm in a right mess here. I've got stuff everywhere, I'm not even showing you. Just tidy it up like that, because it doesn't matter. Now, if you want to be really, really, really finicky and professional, you can now sew that top. I don't bother, because I've learned after doing it that it makes no difference to the finished product if you sew that top. It doesn't matter. So you then get... I get this product, bias binding. I'm sure most ladies know what it is. If not, go to your local haberdasher's and ask for bias binding. It's like that, and it's got like flaps there. Yeah, and it's already folded over. You can make it yourself. I've made it myself in the past, and it is an absolute bum ache to make. It takes ages, right? So some things are just worth paying for, just because it's easier. I do be cheap, and I buy the poly cotton instead of the cotton. The poly cotton is like, I don't know if it's 23 or 33p a metre. Cotton bias binding, it will be double. So get the cheaper stuff. It doesn't matter. It's very unlikely that it's going to go in the wash because it's a decorative item. So then what you do is leave a good inch and a half at the end. Same at the other end when you've done. That is so that they can use that to hang, whether they want to use drawing pins or whether they want to loop it like that, whatever, but you need something to hang. Then start attaching your triangles, okay? So you put them, I'll do it that way. You just lay it on your bias binding and then fold it over. Okay? Make sure that this top bit here isn't folded. This top bit here, you don't want it all folded over and all crushed up. Make sure it's nice and flush when you're folding it, but make sure that it's right up into the crease, because if it's hanging down like that and there's a gap, yeah, then when you're sewing it, it might not catch it. So make sure it's right up there in the crease, okay? I did have some that I did earlier when I was trying to do my video professionally, and then it all went to pot. So there, that's where I've left the end. Then I've attached a flag. Now I leave an inch in between, and then another. Then I'd do an inch, then I'd do another inch, like that, for as many as you want. Now for 2 metres with my gap, I do 12 flags. So that's 24 triangles sewn together makes 12, okay? And that goes about 2 metres. The reason I leave an inch gap like that is because this is my bunting, and I put rosebuds in between. Twisted. I put rosebuds in between, that's why. But you can have it, let me show you, right up against each other if you want, corners to corner. It's up to you. I just like the gap. So there you go. You could just push them right up. And then you could go back after and you could decorate it with buttons in the joins, or like I have with the little rosebuds, or some little bows, whatever. It's up to you. And so then, when you've pinned them all, you just, again, go back to your sewing machine, put that under your footer, drop it down with your very right edge of the footer against the edge there, and just go carefully and slowly. I would advise dropping your stitch down. My default stitch is something like 2.5. I drop it to 2, just to make it so that it's a bit tighter grip on here. I don't know. I'm not a seamstress, so I don't know. It's just what I do. I don't know why I do it, I just do it. And it seems to work. So that's all you do. And then you just run it up. And that, it should literally take you from beginning to end. If you cut all your triangles out, first of all, to start with, I mean, they take literally half a minute to just run down there, turn it round and run down there. Simple. You don't even need to go around the corners, like I said. Just run it down, cut it off, run another line, cut it off. That's it. Turn them. Put them on your bias binding, zip through your sewing machine, and then if you want, go back and decorate them. I mean, with these, I ain't even sewn them, I've glued them on, glue gunned them on. So from beginning to end, it shouldn't take you more than half an hour. Now, if you don't have a sewing machine, another way to do it without sewing, but you do need a different piece of equipment. You need some pinking shears, which are the ones that cut in a zigzag. The material ones, not the paper ones. Paper zigzag scissors won't cut material. Now I haven't got any because they are quite an expensive item. It's going on my Christmas list. Been really good. So you'd cut your triangle out. You'd only need one if you're doing it with pinking shears. Just one triangle, you don't need two. You'd cut all the way around the edge with your pinking shears, so you've got your zigzag. You'd get 2 triangles, get another one, do the same, zigzag all the way around the edge. Then you'd put them together, corner to corner, slightly overlapping, sew them together. Again, using a button, sew them together, or sew them together and then put bows on, whatever, like that, till you've got as many triangles as you want. And then on the very last one at each end, just hand sew a piece of ribbon so that they can hang it. So that's the non-sewing machine method. Just use pinking shears. There you go. So whether you've got a sewing machine or not, you can make bunting really cheaply. This material I got from a charity shop that has regular donations from a bedding manufacturer, and they get the offcuts. So I go back to that charity shop once a fortnight to see if they've got any more. And then, like I said the other day, it's here, I thought it would be behind me. I got this flat sheet. That will make loads and loads of it. So there you go. Now, I'm rushing now because I'm at 11 minutes and I dare go over. I did verify my account, but I did a video earlier that was 17 minutes and it wouldn't let me load it, so I was a bit annoyed. Right, if there's anything you don't understand, inbox me, comment, whatever, and I can do my best to answer your questions. If I've not done it good enough, I'll redo it. If there's any stages that you want doing in more detail, I can do 10 minutes of more detail. Just leave a comment, it's fine. I'd just like to thank everybody that's subscribed to me and everybody that watches me and comments on me. You're all really, really lovely ladies and I'm really, really grateful. And thanks for watching, and any new subbies that I don't really know very well yet, thanks again, and keep watching, and we'll see what else we can come up with. Right, thanks for watching ladies, and I'll be back later and I'll try and talk a bit more later. I'm rushing, so I do apologise. Right, thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye.